Hello, my name is Carolina Umana. I did my UDL lesson plan on citing textual evidence to support inferences for 7th grade English. So with 7th grade English language arts, our learning objective for today would be, we are learning to cite textual evidence that supports our inferences. On this slide, we have my California Content Standards and English Language Development Standards. For my content standard, I have RI, which is Reading Informational Text, 7.1, because it's for 7th grade. The standard consists of cite several pieces of textual evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly, as well as inferences drawn from the text. For my ELD standard, I have PI 7.6B M, which would be emerging, and again, 7th grade, express inferences and conclusions drawn based on close reading of grade appropriate texts and viewing of multimedia using some frequently used verbs. Examples shows that based on. So students will be using these verbs in order to draw conclusions or express inferences from the text. On this slide, we have activation of prior knowledge, which is also our capture it section for our UDL lesson. This is where we motivate students to be engaged in the lesson. I will be using a gift box as a prop to capture the students' attention. Students will enter the classroom and see a gift box on my desk. The students will be asked to make an inference about the gift box. This is activating prior knowledge. Students are able to make an inference using background knowledge, so what they already know, with what is provided for them. So they'll use their knowledge of a gift box and apply it to what they see and what they think is usually inside a gift box to make an inference. Making content available to all. This is very important when creating a UDL lesson plan. These lessons are designed to make content available to all students. An instructional strategy for making content available to all during direct instruction for this lesson is think, pair, share. Students are able to discuss with each other their ideas, their inferences, and be able to engage with other students and get more ideas, more of an understanding if they have any confusion besides talking to me, their teacher. And in some cases, for English language learners or students with diverse needs, we can pair them up with students who are able to assist them. For instance, for English language learners, they can be paired up with a bilingual student, and they can feel comfortable discussing with their partner. For this section, we have guided practice, which is connected in the UDL lesson plan design. Here is where we connect our concept to our key point or our learning objective, which is we are learning to cite textual evidence to support inferences. I will display a picture, and students must state what is going on in that picture and how do they know what is taking place. I have at this point modeled how to do this. So this is more of a guided practice where students will still receive additional support after they've already seen how to do it. I will provide students with a sentence frame to help them answer this question, what is taking place and how do you know? They will also have an opportunity to think, pair, share. They will be discussing their inferences with a partner. This allows the students to come up with what is taking place in the photo. They're going to use the clues that they see in the photo, therefore making an inference and supporting it with evidence. After we've done this activity or this guided practice, I will inform the students that authors don't always provide all of the information in the text. Sometimes we must make a guess based on what is known, therefore making an inference. So just connecting everything together again with the learning objective. In this section, we have connect it, check it, carry it from the UDL lesson plan design. We will continue with connect it as an independent practice. We will check it with an informative assessment, and we will carry it with a lesson closure. So for my independent practice, this gives the students an opportunity to connect our concept with the learning objective, which is we are learning to cite textual evidence to support inferences. Here, students are provided with an inference. Which statement would provide textual evidence for the inference? Shiitake mushrooms are very healthy food. The students must select one of the following. A, shiitake mushrooms are the second most commonly edible mushroom in the world. B, shiitake mushrooms also contain a compound called DEA. DEA helps lower cholesterol. The student will use their background knowledge based off this inference and everything we've reviewed throughout our lesson to see which one of these two options best supports the inference that shiitake mushrooms are very healthy food. The answer is B, that shiitake mushrooms also contain a compound called DEA, which helps lower cholesterol, therefore making it a healthier food, a healthier option. For check it, this is where I check for understanding. My students will use their whiteboards, and I will also have them think, pair, share. In their own words, they have to answer what is an inference. I've also provided a sentence frame for them. And lastly, for our lesson closure, this is where I can have the students reflect and review basically what we discussed throughout this lesson. I can also provide the word bank a word bank with all the vocabulary words that we discussed about our lesson here, just to get them started. I've also provided a sentence frame. So the students must answer, what did you learn today about citing textual evidence to support inferences? What I learned today about citing textual evidence to support inferences is, they will just state, and this gives me also more of an understanding how much did they grasp and what do I need to reteach if I need to reteach anything. So it's a good exit ticket. So here's a brief summary of my reflection of what we've learned throughout this course. This course has taught me many new things about teaching, language acquisition, and diverse populations. I've learned more about creating lessons to meet my students' needs and making content available for all learners from designing this lesson plan. I will apply this new knowledge to my classroom by sharing content in a variety of ways, understanding my students' strengths and barriers, and providing students with an opportunity to collaborate with others. Overall, I've really enjoyed myself in this course because I've learned many new things that will definitely help shape my teaching style and better support diverse populations, in particular English language learners. I learned a lot of new strategies that I can implement in my classroom, and I learned about the significance of language acquisition and the different factors that affect language acquisition as well. It was very nice learning about the language structure and different content related to language development. So overall, I really enjoyed my time in this course, and I appreciate discussing with all of you. I hope everyone had a great quad. Thank you.